Welcome, everyone, to our daily program on Kabbalah for Heretics. With me, your host, Yakov, Leib, HaKohain. As we've been doing for the past 20-plus years, we're going through the Zohar volume by volume, cover to cover, page by page, sentence by sentence. And in doing that, we've completed volumes 1, 2, and 3, and are now well into finishing Volume 4. And of course, when we finish Volume 4, we will then begin Volume 5, God willing. Let's get back to where we left off yesterday morning. Baruch Hashem, Emet Hashem. So Rabbi Shimon expounded the words, "If not for my covenant day and night," etc., from Jeremiah, saying, there are two crowns linked together, they being the gateway to all other crowns. One is Gevurah, and the other is Chesed. One male, and the other female. One white, and the other red. This covenant takes hold of both of them, loving kindness and judgment, Chesed and Gevurah, day and night. There is this constant interaction between the polarities of God. There is this constant interaction between the black and white, the day and night, the good and evil, the loving and hateful. God in its post-creational form has two heads and two crowns, and they operate off of each other. One can be said to be holiness and the other unholiness. One can be said to be love and the other can be said to be punishment. The mind of God is like two heads on a single body. The mind of God is like two heads on a single body, each wearing a crown, a different crown on two heads on the same body. This covenant takes hold of both of them, loving kindness and judgment, Chesed and Gevurah, day and night. Hence it is called day and night, because it takes hold on both. On both. Let me repeat that. On both. It takes hold of both heads on the same body of God, night and day. God is both good and evil, both unholy and holy, both loving and hateful. Night and day, it takes hold of them on both. God is not one or the other. God is not all loving, and God is not all hateful. God is both, interacting unpredictably. The two crowns interacting between each other unpredictably. The goal is to unite those two crowns. The goal is to unite those two heads so that there will be one head on a single body. Adam Kadmon, God. And even then, not even that. And even then, not even that. No thing, Ein Sof. God shall return to Ein Sof. Nothing, no thing. The world will be gone. The universe will be gone. Mankind will be gone. The animal kingdom will be gone. All will be gone. All will be swallowed up in the oneness, the wholeness, the echad of God. Oh my God, that's not what I'm looking forward to. Well, it may not be what you're looking forward to, but that's the way it's going to be. Your ego doesn't want it that way, but God does. God don't want no more pieces of himself floating around trying to connect with each other, including you and me. But they're all one and nothing. Because when everything is the same thing, there is nothing. That's the condition of God called Ein Sof. That is the condition of God prior to creation. Ein Sof, no thing, all pervasive. Consciousness turned in only on itself. Infinite, self-creating. Buzzing with awareness, buzzing with thought. And that's all. That's the condition of God, by the way, that we return to every night when we fall finally into dreamless sleep. Are you hearing me? That condition of Ein Sof we re-experience every night when and if we fall into dreamless sleep. This New Age emphasis on sleep with dreams is misplaced. The true goal is dreamless sleep, because in there is nothing but God. I do not exist any longer in that dreamless sleep. There is no I, there is no me, there is no ego to be aware of anything, including itself. It has died, in fact. It has been reabsorbed into the whole of God's consciousness in dreamless sleep. This is why sleep is, in fact, discussed as 1/16 of death in the Zohar, literally. Sushupti, as it's called in Hinduism, because the same concept is in Hinduism. Sushupti is the goal. The goal is that when we fall into dreamless sleep, we do not come back out of it. We remain in it. There is no we to remain in it. It just remains in itself. The body may wake up in the morning, but the consciousness, the I, the ego, does not. It is gone. That's in the ideal state. That's the kingdom of God. And then ultimately the body will also go. The buildings will crumble. The rivers will dry up. And there will be Ein Sof, no thing, in the kingdom of God. Emir Hashem. So it says this covenant takes hold of both of them, Chesed and Gevurah, day and night. Hence it is called day and night, because it takes hold on both. So if something is both day and night at the same time, it is neither. If something is both male and female at the same time, it is neither. This is expressed very clearly in the much later Gospel of Thomas, which is said to be an on-the-spot, word-for-word recording of what Jesus said and did in the presence of the disciples. He says, now remember, these Gnostic Gospels, by tradition, come after the Oral Torah. And let's see how the Oral Torah that comes before it is stated in the Gnostic Gospels. Jesus saw infants, it says in Thomas 22. Jesus saw infants being suckled. He said to his disciples, these infants being suckled are like those who enter the kingdom. And they said to him, shall we then, as children, enter the kingdom? And Jesus said to them, when you make the two one, and when you make the inside like the outside, and the outside like the inside, and the above like the below, and when you make the male and the female one and the same, so that the male not be male, nor the female female, then you shall be in the kingdom of heaven. When everything disappears into the vast, undifferentiated consciousness of God, you, me, the buildings, the mountains, the oceans, the lakes, the rivers, when there is Ein Sof, no thing, that is the goal. That is the kingdom of God, because there will be only God. It will be the kingdom of God. That will end our broadcast for this morning. Thank you so much, all of you, for listening. Again, if you have any comments or questions, don't write to me. Attend these recording sessions, and that will be fine. In the meantime, as I say, God bless you. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, same time, same station. So then.